Well, we graduated quite a few people, and we got a lot of newcomers into the program. I didn't realize it until really I got down here how much newness we had in the program, but I see it as a blank canvas for us. We have kids that only know how to win. All the kids that are going to be on that field have never experienced a losing season. They know the expectation. The culture has changed. So the expectation is for them to win football games. They know what it takes in practice and preparation to get there. I'm excited about this crew. You know, there's some really talented kids. I think with a young, inexperienced team, you're going to see a team that gets better from week to week. How good we get early on, will probably determine our win-loss record, but I expect those kids to get better from week to week.
We know, I mean, Xander's obviously is a phenomenal player. They don't want to mess around and get anywhere near him. And, we've talked so many years in a row about Liam, about the offense, about the yards and points. Is this, especially the start of the season, going to be where the defense kind of needs to set the tone for your team, or is the offense close behind?
Well, traditionally, with me, I'm a defensive-minded coach, and I'm going back on that side of the ball this year where I've spent the last 2 years on offense. But I think you got to be able to stop people to be successful during the course of the season because we deal with weather. We had 5 rain games last year, and the offense couldn't move the ball as well as we'd like to. Your defense travels, and it's important that those guys get out and set the tone. And now, I think what's going to help us out the most is we have the same scheme defensively with the same coordinator for 3 years in a row. And normally you see a lot of improvement from that standpoint. And running a 3-3, things can get complicated. Our kids are really comfortable with it. But there's a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. It's just going to be how fast we pick things up. We're going to insert extremely slow because we have a lot of newness with personnel on the field, and we'll see how fast those guys pick it up and how well they go out there and perform.
When was the decision that I'm assuming it was yours, that you were going to focus more on the defensive side? I mean, obviously you'll focus on everything, but are you calling the defensive game? Is that
no, I'm not calling the defensive game. That's Coach Thompson's. I'm over there to coach the corners. To be honest with you, that's a love of my life, and being a head football coach, there's a lot that comes with it. So I wanted to get back into doing something I really like, and that's specifically coaching the corners. So he did me a favor. And plus, from a personnel standpoint, we hired a good receivers coach. We have 2 of them right now on staff, and that's where I was before. And we had a little bit of an area where we needed another coach, and I'm flexible enough to be able to jump on both sides of the ball. So I'm not calling the defense. I'm over there just to help out and be a good soldier. But I'm excited to be able to go over there and coach the corners and be a part of our defense now.
What's this quarterback battle look like heading into fall camp?
Should be an exciting one. We got 2. We had Zach Phillips and we brought Tyler Palka in. Those kids, I imagine, are going to battle it out during the course of camp. But we try to put competition all throughout our entire team. But that's one position that, they're not going to be Liam Nodler. These kids are more runners that can throw the ball. Liam was more of a thrower that could run the ball, and he fit the system that we're trying to put in place. But a little bit more exciting with these 2, I think, of being able to get out there and compete, and it should be exciting.
Like a Bodeker?
Somewhat like a Zach Bodeker. Yeah, that would be a good example.
How does the offense change with a new guy stepping in after having 4 years of Big Red?
Well, I think, because Liam was with us for so long, we were able to expand the playbook, dramatically and put a lot in there. We'll dummy it down. We'll have about a third of our offense in and let those guys get really good with what we do with that third of the offense. They're not going to have as much on their plate from an assignment standpoint, so it'll just be dummied down a little bit.
And last thing for me is just the backfield. Again, you've had guys come through, but you've had a really a stud back there for a while. So what's it look like this year?
On paper, I think this collectively could be the best skill we've ever had offensively. I like to use our slots and think that those guys are tailbacks too. And with Nico Law coming now, he was redshirted last year with his brother Percy Law, Quad Law, who's back for us, and Brandon Manziel, the way he played last year, and a kid named Justin Morrison. Those guys aren't running backs, they're slots for us, but have to run jet sweeps and get out there. But you look at Tyler Johnson, we've brought in Marcus Jones, and we got a freshman we really like a lot. So there's going to be a lot of players, and there's only one football. I expect us to be extremely talented, where in years past we had Jansen Jones, we had Brock Jones, we had one. I think we got a lot of very talented, skilled players on offense this year.
Oh, it's absolutely exciting, and my last hurrah, Mike's last hurrah, we'll definitely have some fun on the field this year.
What does this team look like? I can tell you all the differences.
Yeah.
From a guy who's been out there through spring and getting ready for fall. What's this team look like?
Well, the culture is absolutely the same. As everyone knows, it's going to be a younger team, but it's a young and talented team, I believe, and there's a lot of opportunity on the field that some of the young guys can go out, compete, and get after it.
You guys, for the last several years, have been able to put up a ton of points, and not to say anything's been not to put any slack on the defense, but is the defense going to have to be that much better this year because of a lack of Liam and some other guys around him?
We really have we have a handful of skill positions that, I mean, I really wish we had 2 footballs so we could get everybody a little touch, but our defense will be fine, absolutely. I'm not worried about the defense. I'm not worried about the offense. It should be a fun year.
When you look at what's the, whether it's on paper or whether it's on the field, what are going to be the strengths of this football team in your mind?
The strengths, I mean, personally, as my bias, I'm going to say our defense because I like what we got going right now. We got some good leaders over there, so I'd say the defense. Because, I mean, of course, everybody knows about we got a little duel for quarterback position, so we'll see how that goes in camp. I'm really excited about that.
When you, on the opposite side of the ball, when you're watching that offense and you're watching that quarterback competition, just talk about those guys and what you've had a chance to see through spring.
Well, Tyler and Zach, they're both athletes. There's no hiding that. So a little things we did with like Liam, like with the read option, things like that. I think we're going to be actually no discredit to Liam, but we're going to be almost more better fit with those 2 guys running that part of our offense. So I think that'll be interesting.
What are you looking forward the most to about seeing this team grow? What do
Grow?
you expect to see just get better throughout the season?
Well, the young guys, the more games they get in, the more they're going to mature. So I would expect us to be to grow further, faster throughout the season, like towards the end of the season.
You've been, I mean, the last couple of years, every preseason watch list, every postseason watch list individually.
Yeah, that's a blessing.
What's that been like to have the attention on you and be the guy that they don't want to throw at?
I mean, it's been a blessing, of course, but I really don't get into it too much because my team is the reason I'm getting the attention, So without them, everything that I get isn't possible. But it's new. It is new. It is new, and it is exciting to have eyes on me. And I mean, it's just something to get used to, and really don't put any big thought into it. But
the same thing I was asking Matt. Just, I mean, again, no knock on the defense, but you guys have been able to put up, whether it's been Brock, whether it's been Liam, just a lot of points, a lot of yards, etc. The defense kind of gets overlooked.
Right.
Is this going to be a year, do you think, where it's got to go the opposite way? The defense is going to have to be the strong suit?
It will have to be the strong suit because the offenses will be young, will be younger than the defense. So they're going to have to learn more and learn faster, and we're going to have to carry them the first few games. But I think after that, they'll get their feet on the ground and hit the road running.
What do you guys look like as a defense?
Oh, we look great. We are fast. I think this might be the best year from the defense we might have. So we're looking great. Got a lot of people back. Got a couple new people we put in. So it looks great.
When you go up against those two guys at quarterback, no matter who's out there, describe them and what do you see, and what's going to be the determination as to who gets the gig?
Like Matt said, they're both really fitting for the offense. So they're both really fast and athletic, and they can also throw and make plays at the same time. But they both can equally do it. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I think it will come down to who commits the less turnovers and who makes the more smarter decisions.
What was it like in your time here seeing Big Red out there just doing what he did?
Yeah, I mean, it was a big difference, but, practicing with Liam and then going to Zach Phillips, experience-wise, but it was great. It was great working with Liam. Liam's a great guy. I wish nothing for him but the best.
What does it take for Gannon to, obviously the polls haven't come out to us yet, but what does it take for you guys to end up at the top?
What we've been preaching all summer is the little things that's going to get us there. We do the little things right, that should make up for the other things we're lacking of, if there's things we're lacking. But we should be, the mentality we have and that's been going around has been real good, and we should be ready.